Let's talk about the time when I was getting ice cream at the movie theater back when there was 9 times out of 10 with the Rada, okay? So before I left, literally, I put my shit on Wild and Out, Davina in the classroom, alright? I just want my Davina in the classroom, alright? I also made her, dress up, costume or whatever as Android 18 and have her dodge a whole bunch of bullets, which is really funny, alright? Literally, so you need to understand that, this is when I had to get consistency, and this is why I was literally one of the best rappers of all time. Now, in doing so, what ended up happening was when this was, chaotic is when I made, my final A and B, my final statement, my final everything before I left, okay? What you need to understand about the shadow, alright, really, was when it comes to the next Timothy Delgado, also wilded out within the first 2 years, okay? So, when it comes down to it, okay, literally, I went over the discussion that I had a nose ring, and the reason why I wasn't promoted 100% is because what gangsters believe in homosexuality, alright? Literally, that was one of the main messages on top. Literally, I was standing there, tough like Goku with my arms folded. That used to be my persona, the guy who performed Dragon Ball Z the Stadium, alright? So that's what they did, literally, when I had the persona, when the girl was literally like disappointing me, they grabbed my dick. You get what I'm saying? Literally, it's a very, bad thing, alright? So you need to understand that, I used to be Devilman, that motherfucking Dragon Ball, alright? There's a lot more fucking detail to it. That's why I had all the music. That's why I had all the organic music, from the past, but in the current generation, I was running shit, alright? So literally, when it came down, I had a battle with Jay-Z, and I used Pan on the street because Pan is still adjacent, alright? So what you don't understand about the situation, literally, about, having your way, Giovanni, alright, is that became a revelation before CJ happened. Literally, when Chris literally went up there, when it's all fucking stupid, it changed the whole wide fucking world, guys, because, people are too comfortable, bloods are too comfortable where it comes to your shit. So when you get somebody who goes third to negate your shit, literally, there's a secret. It's a big secret, literally, because some people are out of their mind. Like Red's, like, do you really hold on to that piece of middle in the meeting? Now, let's not go into that. Let's go into how I was off in Kolioko, or how it was bad, and how I was banging all the bitches from the black. Back when it was still okay to be trick or treating, I played rocking that thing. Literally, the same, October, November. It's been at least 3 years. It's turning 4 next October. Literally, what I was hanging out with Davina, Sydney, Deborah every single day, and I used to, give Daniela, my level up jacket, the pink one that I wore when I was Jalal, and she has a curse mark transformation like Ukiura. I had my curse mark transformation, from actually ordering tattoos online and wearing the tattoos in the movie theater. So it's gonna be a revelation, Saints Mo Naruto. I used to be hanging with my best friends, fucking Courtney Lamaya. Literally, when we were watching the movie Barbarian, that little girl had a little bit of gene, just like Jenny. I was like, no, in her face, because the owner streets really be fucking, alright? It's true. Lily, that was back when I was a man, the Mac in town, Lily, this, and that. You want to slice left, you want to slice this dick, it's all that. My friend Andre used to have a friend called D6, okay? And D6 literally was a parody guy that was on the same level as Sonic the Ghetto Hog, alright? So remember, I have to, check in, because when I try to play the UB Neji AMV, not the Neji AMV Smarter, which is the original LimeWire Ultra AMV. I ran out of juice, like Lily, I blacked out, alright? So Lily, what you just saw on the fucking channel was my relationship, with an old rapper from the past that sued, my life and journey. It is extremely hard to take on your mother. I mean, it's extremely hard, really, when it comes to confidence and everything. So before, I get off topic this video, I want you to know there's going to be, a future Mirage. It's going to be 2020 all over again, with Coach Red Pill saying, Moodtrix is good, the best of boss. I just can't believe that he made poker face. Whenever I told you literally different strokes for different folks, literally, there's literally this thing. Alright, literally on my Instagram, and it keeps going down. You have to scroll all the way down to one of the first uploads back when I was doing the thing like this. So, Lil Uzi Vert, all my friends are dead. When Hit tells Cabo, they're all worlds that we're supposed to play. Not everybody's supposed to do the same thing in this world. Coach Red Pill is supposed to be more of a nerd. And the reason why I have so much female validation, guys, because I played them for the promiscuous that they really are. Alright, literally. So, the truth of it is, okay? Now, where it comes down to it, alright? Literally, what happened was me, Julia, and John's Incredible Pizza defeated the purpose of Rex, so you can't go there. Literally, so there's a second thing, alright? Literally, where it came to, there's 2 Aarons, obviously today, that I know about. Aaron, the cop that used to, arrest me back when I used to listen to Kurt Franklin, and my best friend, Aaron, literally, on the dot, that I hang out with, that's connected to Making Boy Shiki, the black anime YouTuber or whatever, literally, so, when it comes to my own BT. There's something I noticed, guys, literally, because when I was put in that situation in a hotel, literally, after Uncle Tommy said, literally, after driving all that time, after I made Steve for American Dad, that I worked way harder than you, I had it, literally, because I was mental health. I don't care how much you, literally, you fucking validate me as a celebrity, this, and that. That is not supposed to happen, because what you did, guys, literally, was you allowed me to live something on top of something, let me go away from porn on Newgrounds, but never let me actually see my material, so it's the equivalent. All you're doing is surviving to just dying, all right? Because, you know, back in the days, you want to, you know, die flat out. This is literally putting you in a board constrictor situation to a point where you can die, literally, if you don't make the right decisions. So I'm fighting for a right to survive, literally. So you're defeating the purpose of cake, most definitely, okay, literally. So fuck Lionel over there, literally. So fucking I'm confused if that's fucking a symbolism, literally. If I was one of, you know, the best cartoon rappers on YouTube, literally, that was a symbolism while I was a grown man. Because if you didn't know, you know, Ask Gary again, literally was the Michael Jackson rapper, you know, before, you know, there was one time, literally, when I did get my mom a Christmas present after I almost got my fingers cut off by Damo, you know, no pun intended. Anyway, fucking what ended up happening, cheesy poops, was literally, that was a representation, literally, that I was the cartoon rapper, literally, that didn't have a big criminal record like everybody else. So everybody called me, you know, the rapper version of Michael Jackson, alright? Literally, so that was one of them. But then I killed that shit, literally, as I got out in the world. Well, Mariah Carey, all that shit. But that's not funny anymore, guys. You wanna know why? Literally, because I look like the Pope right now, and I had to deal with me and my grandma's oxygen take for 3 years. After staying oxygen take, after having the greatest hit on the radio, literally, I had lesbian cops against sight. You wanna know why? It's a dirty fucking generation. It's a gum generation. That's all they fucking want. All they want is a fucking Trump set when they're mentally fucking retarded. To think like this, guys, I think like all this, literally. So I'm not gonna go into literally the extension, because what I want to do is I want to keep point 7, you know, separate, you know, from the family of what I do to Don Frost. Literally, over the time, I just got done seeing Olive. Literally, you wanna know why? It was super 16, and then you put me in a situation where I have to, you know, continue putting the last video that I left. Well, I know damn well from a recent stronger video for first is more impactful, right? So think about it, all right? So then you have to recognize now is that Uncle T literally put this here, even though I didn't get a single hit. I got all the hits in the world in actuality, okay? So, this movie is also good, so, in doing so, you gotta get another Mirage that blood ends up falling, because I got a Mirage that blood ends up becoming Uncle Scar. You wanna know why? They don't feed people correctly, they don't treat people correctly, so guess what's gonna end up? Let's go for the meme, literally, the 1995, literally, oh, it's gonna be dirty, don't stop fucking around. Literally, to you don't let us have real children, you don't let us have real things, literally, your parents want sexual assault, you treat us like we're family, so we're gonna go from memes to that, to memes to that, because of the Mirage I get, literally, along with Coach Red Pill. In the future, we're gonna have people literally stitching up blood saying, the reason why we don't have, children treated 33, so your gang can play all these games, this, and that. Remember, I wanted to keep it separate for a video, but anyway, this is Moodtrix, the Rap King. I'm out.